everybody, Mark here. Today I'm going to be making a special video. Okay, it's this one's specifically dedicated for Joanna Butler, who was kind enough to make a contribution on the Patreon channel, which that was like yesterday. So today I'm going to make a video dedicated to her, and it is a chili con carne dish. Now, I've been going through the files on the computer and finding out exactly what I've done in the past regarding chili con carne, and this one's going to be completely different. Okay, it's gonna have Uncle Ben's. There we go. Uncle Ben's chili con carne sauce. There we are. These are, I don't know how much these are, a couple of pounds, £2 or £3, something like that. But I only buy these on special. So this is going to be £1. It's going to have some Co-op golden vegetable rice. It was a toss-up between spicy rice, but I thought, you know, don't want to overdo it. So I'm going to go with the golden vegetable rice. It's going to have 3 slices of chopped up bacon, and my old favourite, let me see, there we go, wafer thin brisket pastrami. I've been doing a load of sandwiches with this recently. Also, the non-vegan sandwich challenge done by organised by Chris the Butcher. I've been using that to make some sandwiches for that particular challenge. Now there's a load of pastrami, which has been chopped up into, you can see that, there you go, into little pieces, little bite-sized chunks. Okay, so let me adjust that. There we are. First thing we're going to do is to fry the bacon in a little bit of vegetable oil. Okay, a little bit of, on a low heat. I've got it on 7 out of 12. I'm going to put it on 6 out of 12, just to fry the bacon off. Once that's browned, I'm going to take that off the heat. A bit there, yeah. I've tried to cut as much fat off of here as I can. Don't want any fat in there. Okay. Whether it's in a con carne or a sandwich, I always find it best just to try and trim as much off. Yeah, it's a bit, unless of course it goes crispy, which that's fine, but that doesn't always happen. Okay, and any big pieces, just cut them up into smaller pieces. We just want them bite-sized, that's all. Okay. Alright, so we're gently going to fry that up and then show you the next stage. The bacon isn't frying quite as fast as I would like it. It was on 6 and now I've turned it up to 8, just to speed up the process. Giving it a mix, not letting it stick to the pan or anything. There you go. That'll just take a few minutes to brown. Once that's brown, take all that oil off of there, and then we go with the meat. Now, the next step, as you can see, Joanna, there you go. The bacon is nice and brown, just about the right shade. Now, what I'm going to do is move it all over to one end, get all the fat to drain down the bottom of the pan there, and then spoon it out into anyway, I can't quite reach, but you've seen, there you go, you've seen the 5 litre bottle before. It's where I tip all the scrap oil there we go, because we don't want to put that down the drain or down the sink. So slightly off camera here, I'm going to tip all that out. Into the, there we go, so we don't have any fat. There you go. Right. let's see, we're on 8 out of 12. I'm going to put that down to 7. Okay, I'm going to pause down. Let me just figure out what I'm doing next. Right, I figured it out. The next step is going to be the chili con carne. Okay, so we've put it on to, I'm going to put it down to 6 now, 6 out of 12. There we go, put it all in. We're just going to have that simmer on a low heat. Yeah, sometimes you really got to do some scraping to get all the con carne out of the jar. What I like to do is there's only juices, you know, a bit of juice left in there. What I like to do is keep that to one side. If necessary, if this gets too thick, I just put some water in here, swish it around, and then pour that into the dish. That way, it adds some moisture to the con carne or stir fry or whatever else you're cooking, and it gets to use up just the last little bits in the jar. It's not all, you know, but it's just saves you putting it down the sink. Okay, so we're just going to let that simmer through, let that heat through slightly. Just do that for a few minutes, and once that heats up a bit, then I'm going to pour in the pastrami, because this is already cooked. This is cooked meat. This is already done when it was bought. It's got pepper on it for a bit of flavour, so I don't really need to cook it as such. I just want it to heat up so it doesn't taste cold compared to the rest of the food. And then sort the rice out. Actually, that didn't take long, about a minute or so. It's starting to bubble, so now I'm just going to drop all the pastrami into the pan of mix. There you go, you can see that. Just give that a mix, a gentle stir. If need be, we can add some water to it if it starts to... See, because I remember in previous videos I've mentioned that all this steam coming up in here, or any dish that you do, all this steam coming out of the food is actually water that's leaving the food. Okay, so when that happens, that means there's less water in the food, which dries it out, and, you know, makes it dry. So sometimes it's handy just to throw in just a little, you know, an egg cupful or two of water into the mix, just to replace the water that's coming away in steam. Okay, I'm just going to let that simmer for a little bit before I start on the rice. Now, it hasn't thickened up beyond, you know, like beyond usefulness, which it has done in the past, and I've had to add a load of water. It's starting to get there. So what I've done, as you can see, I've just put a little bit of water in there, shake it around to, you know, you don't even need to put the whole lot in, just put a little bit, you know, if you put too much in, you've basically got to keep on cooking it until the water evaporates. So you just put a little bit in, see how you go. It thins it out a little bit. It doesn't detract from the flavour or the or anything. All it does, it just makes it a little bit thinner because you're just adding water to the mix. Okay. In a moment, I'm going to go with the rice, but I'm just going to let that come to the bubble back, bring up to the heat and start bubbling. There we are. Rice, minute and a half, and then we're all ready to eat. Now, here we go. The rice is done. I'll pour the rice in. There we go. Now, normally, I would just, you've seen me before, I would just dump the rice into the frying pan here, give it all a mix around, because basically I'm looking for how the thing tastes rather than how it looks normally. But because this is a special video, then I'm going to, you know, make an effort to make it look nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put the rice in the bowl. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, that rice only takes a minute and a half. The rice is in the bowl. Right, turn the heat off. There we go, you can see that. Right, actually, I'm going to turn it this way. There we are. And I'll just gently pour the con carne. Oh, I'll tell you what, that looks really. Now this is difficult doing this backwards because I want to show the camera what I'm doing. Right. Now, there you go. I'm going to cut this, it won't be too much longer, this will get to be a long video. There you have it. Rice, or golden rice, pastrami, bacon. Let's see, there you go, you can see it. Well, I say, yeah, and chili con carne sauce. I use the Uncle Ben's one because it's on special. It was £1. Otherwise, I don't buy it. I always get the shop brand ones, you know. Anyway, so this we'll see what the dinner tastes like. I mean, I hope it tastes good. Meaty. Spicy, the pepper from well, the pepper from the pastrami is coming through. I actually looked in the freezer and I thought I'd put some onion rings or hash browns with it, but I don't have any. I run out. Tell you what, yeah, this could definitely do with something else. Some, you know, throw in some chips, throw in some hash browns, some onion rings, you know, something like that, or even an extra. You know, this could go for 2 people. If you all you got to do is throw in an extra rice, and there'll be enough for 2 people. You know, you don't need any more other ingredients, the bacon and the pastrami. Just an extra rice will do it. Yeah, I tell you what, this is quite. It's quite hot though. It's spicy. That might be to do with the peppers, the pepper on the pastrami, and possibly the chili con carne jar. But that pepper in it. I don't know. Anyway, it's getting to be a long. Oh, it's hot. Getting to be a long video. There you have it. Chili con carne, pastrami, bacon, rice, con carne sauce, especially for, as I said, you know, Joanna Thompson. Excuse me, Joanna Butler. Joanna Thompson is somebody who used to work with us. Joanna Butler, my apologies. Dedicated to you for your very generous contribution to the Patreon channel. I thank you for that. And this is your video. And everybody, I'm going to put this over here. I'll do the usual over here. And thank you to everybody for watching.